What's up? Long time no see. Not really. Day 35 on Chantix to quit smoking after 30 years. When I eat, I have a little gap in my teeth, and I would always use my cigarette pack, like the inside of my cigarette pack, rip it open, and use it as a toothpick. It's one of the weirder things that I have found that is uncomfortable about stopping smoking, is not having that built-in toothpick all the time. So, what is the solution? It's a fucking toothpick. I went on my vacation, which was not a vacation, and I'll tell you why it wasn't a vacation in a second. On day one of my vacation, I cut down from 10 to 5 cigarettes. I accomplished it. One day I smoked 6, and the next I smoked 4. Next goal will be 2 or 3. Basically, 1 in the morning, 1 at night. That's it. Or wherever I decide to put it. Chantix still has the same side effects, but I have learned that contrary to my previous statements, Chantix actually does help with the cravings. And I can attest to that because my plane ride there and back was substantially easier than it would have been if I did not have Chantix. A 5-hour flight is more like a full day because you have to show up early to the airport, and then it takes 2 hours early and then a 5-hour flight, and then 45 minutes to an hour to get off, get your bags. And airports are terrible, even for non-smokers, but they're even worse for smokers. And at one point in time, they didn't allow matches or lighters, so you'd have a whole group of fucking fiends out at the smoking area bumming lights from the one guy who's about to get his lighter ganked on the plane when he goes through security. Anyway, that's a thing. That's a real thing. Anyway, it wasn't a vacation because I went to go take care of my mom with stage 4 COPD from smoking cigarettes. On the bright side of that, she has a lot of insights and a lot of patience and understanding when it comes to my struggle on quitting smoking. And it took her 5 years to accomplish it. And in those 5 years, she went from stage 2 to stage 4 COPD. She'd be in a lot better shape if she would have just done it. And she says that she wishes she would have just done it. But she didn't, and she didn't. That's it. She didn't, and this is what she gets to deal with, and it's also what we get to deal with. So it's a good motivator because it's pretty miserable. Cutting down from 10 to 5 during that time was fucking hard. There's nothing up there. There was nothing for me to do. There was nowhere for me to go. The only thing that I could do was cook and clean, stack firewood, enjoy the mountain fresh air, which I certainly did. And I did have my laptop, and I was able to play some video games. The internet service up there is 4G only, and I got 0.5 megabits per second. That was the only internet I had. If I wanted to watch a YouTube video, I would have to press play, let it buffer, completely load, and then I could watch it. And I would have to watch it in 720 or lower, 360, sometimes even 144, which 144 you can't even see it. So one of the biggest insights that I picked up from Mama is that I may have been smoking for 30 years as a smoker, but cigarettes is a learned behavior, and it's a behavior that I learned long before I even started smoking because she was a smoker. So, prime example, when myself and my mom and my dad even went to go eat, I had to wait for them to finish their cigarettes after. And I learned that from birth. So technically, I'm not battling with quitting smoking after 30 years. I'm battling a learned behavior of 40. Long story longer, that's why it's so fucking hard. But I'm experienced with addiction, so I got this. Cheers.